King Charles spent Queen's final hours foraging for mushrooms as Anne never left bedside. King Charles spent his mother's final hours foraging for mushrooms around Burkhall and enjoying being in the woods, while his sister Anne never left the late Queen's bedside, a new book has revealed. In the evening of September 7, while presiding over a function at Dumfries House in East Ayrshire, Charles had been informed that the late Queen's death had suddenly deteriorated. The following morning, he was flown by helicopter to Balmoral Castle to join his sister, Princess Anne, who was at their mother's bedside. Initially, it appeared that there was no immediate reason for alarm, so the King, then Prince Charles, returned to Burkhall, his estate on Royal Deeside, to go for a walk in the surrounding woods. Royal correspondent Robert Jobson wrote in his new book, Our King. The author said the monarch brought a walking cane in a basket with him and went around looking for mushrooms as he realized his accession as king was fast approaching. The book, serialized in the Mail on Sunday, reads, after spending a few hours with his mother, the prince returned to Burkhall, his nearby estate on Royal Deeside. His intention? A walk in the surrounding woods, armed with a walking cane and a basket. As the Queen's life ebbed away, her heir was foraging for mushrooms. More importantly, he was drawing solace and strength from the trees, the smell of the earth and the murmur of the River Muick. Understandably lost in thought, the prince knew that the defining moment of his life, at the advanced age of 73, was fast approaching, the death of his mother and his accession as king. Mr. Jobson added that Charles's protection officers had hung back to give him some privacy, but still kept an eye on him from a distance. However, while walking in the woods, one of the officers informed Charles that the Queen's health had dramatically worsened and he was advised to return to Balmoral immediately. He reached his mother's bedside before she died at 3:10 p.m., and at the time, his wife Camilla, sister Anne and the Queen's doctor, G.P. James Glass, were next to the late monarch, Mr. Jobson wrote in his book. Other members of the royal family including Prince William, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward and his wife Sophie arrived at Balmoral at about 5 p.m., almost 2 hours after the Queen died.